Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is an intraday video on the 1-hour chart and 15-minute chart to see what happened for Bitcoin and what it might happen in the next few hours. So we have finished W, X, and a Y, or an A, a B, and a C toward the downside. We finished, of course, a wave A here. And we're looking, of course, after 3 waves down, we saw, of course, 3 waves up in a very sharp zigzag for a wave B potentially. Now, of course, it can be that this wave B is not finished yet and not done. So we saw potentially 3 waves up, 3 waves down in case we have A, B, C here. And then you're looking right now for an impulse toward the upside as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. To finish around this area, of course, as we mentioned in the blue box here, around the 100K scenario is a very likely. We have a lot of confluence inside this blue box in case we are moving impulsively for a wave C. However, we saw, of course, another scenarios where we have finished an impulse here as kind of like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 potentially. Your wave 2 even here can be a running flat in case we're not considering a second 1, 2. It can be as well, of course, a running flat and then 3, 4, 5, finishing an impulse toward the downside as a wave 1, and you're looking for ABC toward the upside for the blue scenario here, of course, where we are currently in the perfect fib levels for a wave 2. So we saw some retracement, as you can see in red, and then we're moving potentially toward the downside, of course, from here. For this scenario, of course, knowing that the bearish scenario is still dominant on the chart, because anyway, if we are in a big wave B here, meaning the wave B is gonna extend to this area, hitting the blue box, meaning as well, it's still, of course, 3-wave corrective and continuation of the trend toward the downside. After 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and you're looking for 5 waves down for a wave C. As you know, in a bigger view, we are looking for a wave C here for the bearish market, a short-term bearish market, where we are looking for 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to hit exactly the 68K, 70, 67K as well for a regular flat or a zigzag. But yeah, it's not a zigzag here because we have 3 waves. Definitely, it's a flat simply and moving, of course, around this area. So we're gonna see how this is going to unfold. Now, if we move inside the 15 minutes for the micro analysis, we can see, of course, that potentially we are moving a little bit impulsive. Even on the 5-minute chart, we see an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 correction, and now 1, 2, 3. But your wave 4 has invalidate again. As you can see, a very high wick. Don't forget there is some news in a few minutes, of course, ISM services. So it might, of course, as well affect the market and fuel it up, of course, toward the downside or toward the upside. Nobody knows. The news are very tricky and randomly. So yeah, trade safe, and of course, let's see what's gonna happen for which scenario is gonna unfold. Now, if you take a look as well on KGT for Bitcoin. So as we can see on the 3-minute chart here, we can see, of course, we have a bearish signal, very strong bearish signal on the 500 strengths. And then, of course, conversions with the top here, of course, and with the CVD lines. We saw, of course, this bullish divergence, but it looks like it was not very far until we get this bearish signal so far, meaning higher possibility right now is, of course, for the wave 2, of course, where we might see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 continuation toward the downside. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.